But we're joined now by Oscar, who is our brand new finance director here in the city of Santa Fe. Welcome to the city, I guess I should say.
Thank you very much.
You and I have talked many times. We've met many times, but I don't know if I've done the official on-camera welcome yet.
No, in fact, I didn't know the curtains rose up here, and so
Yeah,
this is a new look.
Joe, our producer, is very proud of the tint on these windows. It's limo grade, he'll tell you, very frequently, that it's limo grade tent. And
Good
so
taste, good taste.
it makes it a little, we need to get some folks with signs back here, some Good Morning America sort of thing going on.
Yes.
But we haven't quite built the fan base for that yet.
Yes,
I guess that'll
Fish bubbles on the windows.
that'll come with time. So you are the finance director here in the city of Santa Fe. But tell us what that encompasses. Obviously, very involved in the budget, very involved in cash flow and accounting and that kind of thing. But a lot of folks may not know the full scope of the job.
Yes. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for the city. That involves managing all of the city's financial resources, whether it's planning for its credit profile, managing the budget, managing the budget, projecting out into the future how things are going to be, managing its cash. There's a lot of cash that comes in. We invest it long-term, short-term, and some of it we just keep as cash to make sure that we make payroll every cycle and that the big bills are paid. We also manage the city's internal control systems so that when somebody is paid for something that the proper controls are in place so that we can make sure that they are paid exactly for what, the proper person is paid for the proper amount.
And that it's delivered and everything.
And it's delivered,
yeah.
et cetera. And so that's all the things we manage. The staff has been there a long time. I'm the only new guy there. And so the staff knows all the stories. There's lots of stories about how things got there.
Where all the skeletons are buried.
Yes, and in some cases, skeletons were buried, drug out, and and partially buried and moved in many different places. And so it's been a fascinating experience.
It's a couple of months now, huh?
Yes. Well, I started just before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And so yes, I'm been here about 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
3 months, and
it goes by really quickly.
It's gone by really quickly.
I hit 6 months last month before I even realized what had happened, and I'm still learning every day.
Wow, so you've been here 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So I'm still a
Wow,
relatively new guy.
You're quite the senior to me.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. But, it seems like your job takes a lot of patience, whether it's explaining over and over again to the public information officer how the budget process works, even when he doesn't seem to get it, or the city council, what's our situation and here, what's our status, and that's kind of where we are right now. Is we're in the middle of not in the middle, we're at the beginning, I guess, of the budget cycle, the budget planning process.
Yes.
For the city of Santa Fe.
Well, such as it is, the budget cycle just goes round and round and round.
Sure.
It never stops.
Sure.
At a certain point, you're developing it, along with which means putting forth what the departments think that they're going to need next year, the way it looks over in the long term, and then you go through this approval process where the council hears the proposals, they make changes, they vote it, and then July 1 it's implemented, and then from that point on we monitor it and continually and report to the council how it's going, if it looks like we're on track, if something's happened that's taken us off track, etc. So it continually goes. There have been a couple of things that we introduced since I've gotten here. One is a monthly financial report. The council now gets a detailed monthly financial report on our budget, on our cash flow, the significant revenues that have been coming in.
Sure.
We've also engaged the council in long-range projections of how our finances are. One big thing we discovered is that the recession's over.
Yes.
And the recession's over, and
but that doesn't mean we're back to boom times.
Yes, and this is how it is.
Yeah.
And one of the basic realities of that fact is that we're operating with some $10 million less effectively than we were, in 2008 when the recession
just
started.
based on drops in the gross receipts tax.
Yes,
primarily.
yes, and so we're operating with $10 million less as far as that goes. Property taxes have gone up a little bit because of the annexations, but the thing that that defines what we're doing right now is learning how to operate with $10 million less.
Sure.
Now, over the last 8 years, the council did a lot of things to make sure they didn't lay people off, that make sure that service levels weren't affected too much, and so now begins the process of unraveling those things, or putting the things back where they were before the recession, like reserves and just many other practices that they took in place. But we're okay. The city is okay, and should be the envy of many other cities. I think Santa Fe, in its worst day, has many more things going for it, and has a lot more options and a lot more optimistic future than a lot of other cities. And so I'm hopeful we'll get there. It's going to be a process, but we'll get